What's up everyone, it's Sean here and I'm back again to review one of the sneakers that I picked up during my recent vacation. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Adidas EQT Support 9317 in the milled leather colorway. These released back on April 28th for a US retail price of $180 and a Canadian retail price of I believe 240 Canadian dollars. The official colorway for this shoe is core black, running white, and footwear white, and here in Canada these sold out pretty much everywhere on the very first day. Across the Atlantic Ocean where I was in Italy and Greece though, these were sitting basically everywhere. So even in the little island of Santorini, there's a small little Adidas original store and they had basically a full-size run of this shoe. This shoe is part of the milled leather pack which released alongside the EQT Support 93, the Advance, as well as the RF model. So of the four, this one is my personal favorite, and this is actually one of the few colorways of the 9317 model that I'm personally a fan of. So for the OG turbo red colorway, I'm not a fan of that turbo red hue, and the combination of white with that pinkish look personally just wasn't for me, so I was waiting until I found a colorway that I actually really liked. So on my trip, I was luckily able to pick up both this one as well as the Overkill colorway that I did review last week. So taking a look at the shoe, the first thing you probably notice is that this is a very simple and very understated color scheme. So the upper of this shoe is made up predominantly of black prime knit. And just by giving this prime knit a little tug, you can tell that despite having some elasticity to it, there is still some resistance which helps to keep your foot contained within the shoe. Taking a closer look at the lateral side, we have the Adidas 3 stripes right here done in black, and this also serves as the lace loops for the laces. And underneath the 3 stripes, we have this black synthetic fabric that sort of has a little rough touch to it, and this also serves as the same material used on the inner liner. Taking a look down here, instead of the typical plastic wing, we have this milled leather wing, and this is also the case with the wing found on the medial side as well, and this also wraps around to the back of the shoe. The tongue on these shoes is done in black mesh, and it features this Adidas equipment branding that's lasered out onto a patch of leather found on the top of the tongue. And this is also done in that same burrito style that the other 9317 models are also done in. The laces on these shoes are just your standard flat style, black colored cotton laces, and they feature this lace lock on the very edge done in leather that feature this EQT branding lasered out. Flipping the shoe over to the medial side, on the toe box we have that same signature vertical lines that's found on all the 9317 models. But in this case, this is done in this black stitching which gives it a nice monotone look. On the mid panel we have this black suede material and it features this EQT Support branding lasered out. And then this black suede is also found on the upper of the back heel. Taking a look at the insole, we have this nicely padded insole that has this green finish. And we have the Adidas equipment branding found in white on the heel. As I'm sure you guys are well aware with the 9317 model, this shoe features a substantial amount of boost on the midsole. Just taking a look at this heel area, just look how high this boost actually comes up along the shoe. The boost on the midsole on this shoe is actually carved away in certain areas, giving it a nice aggressive looking stance. So specifically on the back, we can see how it's kind of slanted down here, and then on this middle area on both the lateral side and the medial side, we have the 3 stripes of Adidas featured on the actual boost material. Finally, flipping the shoe to the bottom, we have this black rubber outsole that's overlaid on top of the boost midsole. So this gives added durability and added traction. In terms of sizing, I find that these fit true to size. Just want to point out that everyone's definition of their true size is probably going to be different. So in terms of a reference point, these fit the same to me as my Ultra Boost 1.0 and Ultra Boost 2.0. So if you do go up a half size for that, then you probably want to go up a half a size for this. But for me personally, I went by true size, which is a 10.5, and I found that these fit perfectly. In terms of comfort, if you guys watched my Overkill review, you guys know that I'm a big fan of the comfort on this shoe. So this milled leather colorway is no exception. You still feel that tremendous boost along this midsole area, and this does feel very, very nice on feet. So I would say that arguably these are going to be more comfortable than the Ultra Boost as you feel a bit more cushioning just all around the shoe. But if you do want a shoe that has a bit more ground feel, then the Ultra Boost is probably going to be the better option. Just for casual use, this is probably going to be a good thing, but if you are going to wear these for a long time, some people, including myself, may experience the fact that the arches of your feet may feel some fatigue because there's just way too much cushioning and it's almost too soft on your feet. So now I'll give you guys a look at how these are on feet. that wraps up my review of the Adidas Equipment Support 9317 in the milled leather colorway. Overall, I am a very big fan of this shoe. I really love how this is a lot more understated than the OG Turbo Red colorway. I'd say that in the case for this shoe, the devil truly is in the details, and you really need to take a closer look at this shoe to really appreciate all that went into it. So that's it, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a comment, give me that thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button down below. And as always, give me a follow on my Instagram as well at SGO8. Until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next review.